this latest edition of the Black Hole Podcast. Today, I'd like to speak on the topic of African American or Black toxicity. You often see the video tiles, the thumbnails. Black men say this about black women, or black women say this about black men, or Nigerians say this about African Americans, or African Americans say this about Nigerians, or FBA says it's about this. You see this toxicity, this level of black toxicity that you just don't see in other groups, you know. So I like to talk on and delve into this a little bit. Why black peoples, why African peoples, people of African descent, however you want to phrase it, why there's so much toxicity compared to other groups, right? Because, I know people, one of my best friends growing up was, Panamanian descent, right? And he says Panamanians don't like Dominicans, Mexicans, They talk crap about them all the time. But I've yet to ever see on YouTube Panamanians, Dominicans, or Panamanians, Mexicans going at it. I've never seen that. You don't do it in public, I knew it was a Vietnamese girl before, and they kind of look down on Cambodians and Filipinos, but you never see them going at it publicly, right? Why then do the African peoples, the black peoples, find such a need to publicly put down each other, publicly try to put each other in their place? What is up with this, right? Why does this group behave this way? And it goes back to this racial hierarchy, right? Put in place by the outsiders, mainly Europeans, but also the Arabics. They had a little dealings with this. And in this hierarchy, black was on the bottom. Black was a slave. African was, the black African was the slave. They're on the bottom of it, right? So even in 2024, you have many black peoples that this is embedded in their head too, subconsciously or maybe consciously, that, I don't want to be on the bottom. But you look in the mirror and you can't deny, okay, well, you're of African descent. You're black, right? You can't deny this. So you got to look for ways to differentiate. It's like, no, I'm not the lowest. That's the lowest, or that's the lowest. Like, no, us native USA born Americans, we're not the lowest one. No, those Africans, for some reason, they're below for whatever reason, right? Or the African will come over, say, oh no, look at us. We're different from them. We're above those guys. We're not the lowest. Those guys are lowest. Or you even see the silliness of black men or black women separate themselves and, those black men are this and that. Those black men are the lowest of the low. Or those black women are, talking about them like you're not the same people, like you're not the same family. Often I see comments, let's say a black woman did something, right? She cheated on someone. You'll see, and it's a black man doing it, right? Those black women, blah, blah, blah. And you see something, black men, those black men, all those black Americans, all those Africans are scammers, it's just a ridiculousness. And what people don't realize, you demean one person of the Afro race or a descendant of the Afro race, you're demeaning yourself. If you have the blood of Africa, black blood, African blood, however you want to put it, if you have that blood in you, to demean other people that have that blood is to demean yourself. To demean other people with the blood of the Afro race is demeaning yourself. Whether you're demeaning African immigrants, whether you're immigrant demeaning black Americans, whether you don't like black women, and you feel like you demean them, you don't like black men, got to demean black men, whether you even come after the half blacks, right? To demean someone else of your blood is demeaning yourself, regardless if they're your same tribe, your same city, your same culture. Because there's many different black cultures, and African cultures, black American cultures, Latin black cultures. You know, you got a lot of living black cultures out there, if you want to call it like that. And yeah, well, we're same family. Just maybe those are cousins, maybe a little farther apart, maybe they're cousins, like brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever. You might fight, you might have disagreements, but at the end of the day, you're still family. And that's how the Afro race, the black peoples, that's how we should relate to each other as. At the end of the day, we're still family. You know, you got to remember that. Most of us wouldn't, despite our troubles with our biological family, our mothers, brothers, sisters, we're not going to go out there and trash them in publicly. You know, it's just a bad look. You're performing for the outsiders that look down on all of us, right? You're performing for them. Once you disparage a member of the group, they get to shake their head. Yep, that's what I thought. It's true. They're saying themselves, it's true. Whatever I think bad about them, well, yep, that's true. You're performing for the people those that look down on us all. You know, it's of no benefit. It's of no use. There's other things you can talk about, other issues that can be brought to light and then discussed. There's other ways to do things. This public bashing, and I think even privately, privately, there's no reason to be bashing other black peoples. There's no reason to be doing that. There's no reason to be bashing them, and definitely don't do it publicly. It's not a good look. It makes it seem silly, and it's bad spiritually because we all have the same ancestors, right? We all come from the same bloodline. At the end of the day, we all do. You can argue we want to, but not a good look. You're disrespecting yourself. And if you have negative feelings toward Afro peoples, you probably have some issues towards yourself and your place in the world, place in society. So I suggest you straighten that out, look in the mirror, make a change. All right, that's it for this episode.